Flosstube, it's Liz here, a stitchy bug. It's been a long time, I am so sorry, I missed you. So it's really good to be back with you again. Lovely to see all my new subscribers, so thank you very much for joining me. And to all of you who've been with me for a while, thank you so much for coming back again and spending some more time with me. Yeah, it's been such a long time. So I think last time I was with you, I was just about to go off on my Mirabilia retreat. Had a lovely, lovely time. Such a lovely group of people, and we always have so much fun together. Lots of laughs, lots of fun, lots of stitching, lots of looking at each other's stitching and enjoying seeing what other people are working on. Not everybody's stitching on Mirabilias, there was some other things being stitched there as well. Really, really good to just spend time with other people who love to stitch. So hopefully I will have some footage which I'll put at the end of this video of the best finish competition that we had at the retreat, and a short clip that I did with the winner of that competition. So if I can get everything to work and I can mash everything together, then that will be at the end for you. But my editing skills are really not all that, so fingers crossed that I'll be able to get that to work for you. So what have I got to show you? I have a finish. I have yet to decide. I'm going to get this one framed, but I haven't actually been down to the framers yet to decide what I'm going to do. But I finally got my beautiful Quotes to Live By finished. Let's bring that in a bit for you. Hopefully we can get it all in. So the fabric is very, very subtle. I don't know if I can bring it closer so that you can see the fabric a little bit better. The colours are really, really subtle in this, but they do just echo the colours of the stitching, the blues, the greys and the peaches. And this fabric is, it's called Aether, I think that's how you say it. There you go, that's the fabric there that I've used. If you like it. So unusually for me, I went for an even weave. Normally I go for linen. I just wanted the colours in this to be very subtle, and on the linen the colours come out quite a lot darker, and that wasn't the look that I wanted for this particular piece, so that's why I went for the even weave. So this one needs an iron, obviously, and then I'll be taking it down to the framer. But I'm so pleased to have finally got this one finished. So that is the second finish this year out of the 4 pieces that I'm hoping to get finished this year. So we're doing well. 2 down, 2 to go. One of them I can't show you because it's a gift, and I don't know if the people that the gift is for watch my Flosstube or not, so rather than run the risk of spoiling the surprise, I'm just not going to put it on my Flosstube. But the other, the third one of the 4, I have been really working on this one loads actually over the last few weeks. My lovely Alice in Wonderland bag, made by Big Crafty Bags. Love that bag, it's one of my favourites. So this is my Gingerbread Village piece. So since I last saw you, excuse my trailing thread, let's move that one out the way a minute. So since I last saw you, I have finished this house here, and I've got quite a bit done on that next house there. So let me just get the pattern and I can show you what that house will look like. So this is Gingerbread Village by Cottage Needleworks, and this is the house that I'm working on at the moment. It's really dense stitching on this one. These houses are, you know, there's a lot of stitching in these houses. The last week or so I really haven't stitched very much. I've not really been feeling it, so I did some stitching last night, but I'd had 2 or 3 nights before that where I really hadn't stitched very much. So progress is slow, but this is kind of what I'm really focusing on at the moment. So once I've finished this house, there are just 2 more houses to go, and then I finish my village. So fingers crossed, I will get that one finished. I'm hoping to get it finished by the end of June, but I've got a holiday, a lovely 2-week holiday coming up. We're going to Florida, and I won't be taking this when we go to Florida. So really looking forward to my holiday in Florida. I will be stitching on a bit smaller piece. I'll take something smaller with me for doing on the plane. But anyway, between now and the end of June, I really hope to have got the entire piece finished, but we will see how we get on. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and I get it done when I get it done, but it's nice to have something to aim for. So, you know, with any luck, sorry, can't find my words. I'm trying to talk and think and put things away. It's not good. So anyway, we're going to crack on with that one. Florida. My husband has promised that he's going to take me to a stitchy shop while we're out there, and I am really looking forward to it. I've seen on Jan Hicks of Flosstube and Donna Ray and 1 or 2 others, they do tours of these beautiful stitchy shops, and we just don't have anything like it anywhere near me in the UK. I think there probably are 1 or 2 that I order online from in the UK, so it's Peacock Needleworks, and I think that's probably a really lovely shop, but I've never been to their actual shop. So I am really looking forward to going to one of these lovely stitchy shops in the States. So I've been recommended to go to Brick City Cross Stitch in Ocala. Hopefully I've said that right. So hubby is going to take me there, and I've said to him, just drop me off, leave me for 3 hours and come back and get me. So that's what he's going to do, bless him. He's going to take our daughter off somewhere, they're going to find something to do, just the 2 of them, and they're going to leave me in stitchy paradise. So really looking forward to that, and I'm hoping to have lots of goodies to bring back and show you. Just being able to actually go and to see all the stitched models in the shop, and the lovely threads and the fabrics and the charts, and I'm going to be like a kid in a sweet shop. It's going to be so much fun. So yeah, looking forward to that. So what else have I been working on? At the retreat, I did spend quite a bit of time working on my Mermaid of the Pearls. So that's what she will be like when she's done. Beautiful lady. And gosh, this has got really slack. Let's tighten this up to show you. And that's how far I've got. There is a bit more of the traily bit going here, so looking at the chart I can kind of show you, this is the kind of the area around here that I've been working on. So that's how far I got. If you want to see where it was before the retreat, if you go to my video number 2, that's my whip parade, and she was in my whip parade then. so you can see where I was, but I actually managed to get quite a lot done. Really, really pleased. And it was lovely to have her out and be working on her again. So once I finish my gingerbread village, I think my mermaid might actually be getting a bit more attention. It would be really, really lovely to make some progress on her, some serious progress on her. My daughter keeps trying to lay claim to my mermaid. She's like, "Mummy, oh, your mermaid's so pretty, she would look so beautiful in my room." Like, yes, maybe, but she'll look even nicer where I'm going to put her. But she keeps trying, bless her. She's like, "Oh, I really love your mermaid." But we'll see, we'll see. The other piece that I've been working on is my quilting bee. Now, I absolutely adore this piece. So this is my quilting bee by the Blue Flower. You are not going to notice any progress on this, I don't think. I can't remember where it was when I showed you last. I did have a load done across the top here. I had put in about 4 motifs along the top here, and I had another motif in here that I'd done. And I came to do the border and to join up the border along the top, and I found I was half a row out. Like, seriously, you can't even fudge half a row. If it had been a full row, I could have just stuck an extra stitch in and I could have worked around it, but half a row when you're working over 2 on linen. So basically 2 Sundays work had to be unpicked. I only work on this piece on Sundays. So 2 Sundays work had to be unpicked. So I basically spent most of the time on kind of the 3rd Sunday unpicking everything I'd done for the last 2 Sundays, and then the Sunday just gone, I just didn't even feel like picking it up again. So I was glad I'd unpicked all the wrong stuff before I put it away, but I was so disappointed because it was looking lovely. I was really, really pleased with my stitching. So anyway, this is where we're at with my quilting bee. You know, I'm not going to win any races with this one. But I do still really, really love this piece, and that was why I wanted to make sure that I got it right, because I knew that if I tried to fudge it and I tried to kind of make it okay, I knew I would have always been looking at it and been disappointed that I hadn't actually taken the time to do it right. So it is what it is. A little bit frustrating, more disappointing, and it's kind of made me sad. But it will be beautiful when it's done, whenever that is. However long it takes, it will be really beautiful in the end. And, you know, it's about the stitching, isn't it? And just about enjoying what we're doing and taking that bit of time to be happy with what we're doing. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit all over the place today. Like my brain isn't quite connecting or something. So I have some haul to show you. I haven't got out my haul from the retreat. I did buy a few bits from retreat, not loads, but I did buy a few bits. But it all got put away fairly soon after I came back from the retreat, and I didn't have the energy to go and dig it all out again to show you. So I've kept what I bought over the last sort of 3 weeks out to show you. I've had some different bits come in the post that I ordered a little while ago, so I do have some lovely bits of haul to show you. First up is this beautiful, beautiful fabric from Jolie Designs. So it's the May limited edition. This is 32 count Belfast linen, which is my kind of go-to fabric. Love 32 count, although I've started dabbling in 40 count lately. Those of you that have been with me for a little while will know that I did my 'Tis the Season on 40 count, and I really love how fine and delicate my stitches look, so I am going to start buying some more 40 count. But isn't this beautiful? It's very pink. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to stitch on it, but it will go into my stash, and one day I will find the perfect thing to go on this lovely fabric. So thank you very much for this, Michelle. That's Michelle from Jolie Reed Designs. Really delighted with that very pretty colour. It's quite a lot more vibrant than what I normally go for, but it's good to get out of our comfort zone occasionally and try something different. I love bright colours, I just don't always use them for stitching on, but I'm sure I will find the perfect piece for that. It's such a pretty shade of pink. Oh, go back in, there we go. And I have this beautiful piece of fabric which is called Zephyr, and this is another 32 count linen, and this one's from, get that the right way up for you, Chromatic Alchemy. So the observant amongst you will notice that I tend to buy 18 by 27, 18 by 26 cuts of fabric when I am buying fabric, and I do this so that I really, although most of these are just going in my stash, I like to know that when I've got a piece of fabric, I've got something that's going to be big enough for most of the things that I want to stitch. There are very few things I want to stitch that won't fit on an 18 by 27 piece of fabric. And for the odd few that are that bit bigger, I will order a custom cut. But it means that when I am looking through my fabric for something to stitch a chart on, it generally means that when I'm finding a piece of fabric, it's going to be big enough. So the lighting here is just, it's a real cloudy grey day here today, so I'm not sure you're getting quite how pretty this fabric is. Really pretty kind of springtime blues, greens. It's so pretty. But yeah, I buy that size because then I'm fairly well assured that whatever I want the fabric for, it's going to be big enough. And often, you know, if I'm stitching something smaller, it means then that I can cut the fabric in half or in thirds, and I've still got a bit of it for another piece, which is really lovely as well, to kind of feel, you know, that it's not just a one time only, and that I've got crinkle, an extra piece if I want to. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Chromatic Alchemy, Sam uses biodegradable bags for the fabric, so the plastic bags that they're in, they're not actually plastic. I think they're made of cornstarch or something, but they're biodegradable, which is really good, trying to cut down our plastic. So really love the fact that Sam does that. It will be lovely to see other dyers following suit, but it does mean that those bags are particularly crinkly, so a bit noisy when I'm on a video, so sorry about that. Fabric wise, the last thing I have to show you is this gorgeous piece from the Crafty Kitten. This is called Misty Mountains, and this was from one of her mystery boxes, so I've got the other bits that go with this to show you as well. So again, those of you that have been with me for a while you will have heard me mention before. So Dawn at Crafty Kitten, I don't know if you're getting the lovely colours in this fabric. does mystery boxes each month. This year they are themed on countries, so previously she's done gemstones, she's done fairy stories. This year they're themed on countries, so this is the fabric for Scotland box. Beautiful sort of purpley colours of the mountains, and then to go with that, I'm just going to pop this in. We had, I just want to see if I can juggle all of this. So we had a lovely purple sparkly cryonic, this beautiful dinky dye silk which is called Blue Mountains. Look at the colours in that, so pretty. We had this lovely thread from Thread Pickers. I haven't used thread pickers before, and I don't know if this is silk or cotton, but it looks actually like it might be another silk. I'm not sure. That was called Bracken. That looks like it's a single ply thread there. I'm not entirely sure. And then these lovely Mill Hill beads. So let me try and juggle all of that and show you it all against the fabric. This is where you find out I'm not as dexterous as I think I am. There we go. So that looks so pretty against that lovely fabric. So that's gorgeous. I love the mystery boxes because you just get goodies that you might not otherwise try, and it's nice to get a surprise. I love Dawn's fabrics. I've got lots and lots of Dawn's fabrics in my stash, and yeah, I just think it's a really nice way to try different things. Very recently, I think in the last couple of months, Dawn has changed her pricing on her mystery boxes a little bit. I think she's increased them just by a couple of pounds, excuse me, which allows her to offer a bigger selection of different threads, so perhaps more silks or just a different type of thread, so maybe a more expensive thread, and various other bits. So they've only gone up by a couple of pounds, but it just gives her a bit more flexibility in what she's able to offer for that box. I still think they're really, really good value. So for that box with that cut of fabric and in the linen, I think that cost me £26. So, you know, that's actually for what you get in that box. I think that represents really, really good value. So yeah, if you haven't already had a look, go over to Crafty Kitten onto her website, and I think, I'm trying to remember where it is now, if you scroll down on her homepage, I think the kind of bottom left hand side, I think is where you find the mystery box link. Hopefully I've got that right. Okay, charts. I bought myself this one because I had got it to put in my mystery box for the retreat, but I loved it so much that I had to then order myself one as well. I just think it's so pretty. So this is by Rovaris. It doesn't actually have a name, but you can find Rovaris on Etsy, so let's try and get in nice and close there for you. I will try and remember to link all of these suppliers in the description box underneath my video, so I will try and remember to put the link in there for Rovaris. This one was one that I had on back order following Nashville Market, so Spring Fling by Brenda Gervais. You would have seen that one. Not sure when I'm going to get to it, but it's just so cute. But I know everybody that I've seen that has done it has said there is so much stitching on that rabbit. But look at that little face, it's just adorable. Part 3 of Jack Frost Tree Farm has come. So this is a piece that I'm intending, once I finish my Gingerbread Village, this will be the piece that takes its place in my whips. So Jack Frost will be being started once I finish my Gingerbread Village, so really looking forward to that. I've had a look at some of the threads for Jack Frost because I ordered the thread pack that came with it, and at the moment I'm thinking I might swap one of the greens out. There were two greens that were really, really similar, and I wanted to probably have a little bit more differentiation between them. So I'm going to have a look when I actually come to start it, and I'll spread everything out and get it all sorted and have a look and see how I'm thinking at the time, and it will depend on what fabric I'm putting it on and everything else. But I'm thinking I may just swap one of the greens out and I'll see what else I've got. And you know, I could be back from Florida, I could have got loads of new goodies to draw from. Speaking of series that I'm doing, I've had the next one in Songbird's garden. This is so pretty. So pretty. I cannot wait to get started on these birds. I know several of you said that you were up for joining me for a birdie stitch along, so we're going to start it in September. So any of you that are interested in joining, it doesn't have to be the Songbird Gardens, just any charts with a bird in. I would really love it to have lots of you join me. I'll work out a tag and we can put pictures on Instagram, so I'll get all that worked out nearer the time. My main thing at the moment is to work out what I'm going to stitch these on, because I want to do them all as one big piece. And I am also thinking it would be really lovely to do some kind of border in between each one. So I need to kind of have a look and have a think about a border and what kind of border I want to do. I don't want to do anything too fancy because I don't want to take away from the beauty of the birds, but I just feel like they probably, to do them on one piece, I think I would want to just put something in between them. I love this. I love this. Again, this one was released at Nashville Needlework Market this year for Lindy stitches, and it's the Peacock Keeper. You will see when I show you a couple of the other charts that I've got that I am rather partial to peacocks. Again, on my whip video, so it's video number 2, I showed you a peacock that I had as a work in progress. I've done nothing more on that one since then, but I do rather like peacocks. As you will see. So this one, I'm trying to remember, I got it from, oh, that's all Russian, so I can't even tell you. I believe I got this one from mybobbin.com, and I just bought the chart as a PDF and I printed that one out. But isn't that beautiful? Just stunning, love it. I'm going to end up with a peacock wall or something. And those of you that know my penchant for Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat is my favourite character. This one I bought on Etsy from Mandarinks Designs, and again I'll put all the links in below. But love that smiley face. He's gorgeous. Stop for a drink. This is me preparing for my trip to Disney. My lovely Minnie Mouse mug that my daughter bought me. And she bought it with her own money. And she felt so good, bless her, that she had bought it for me with her money that she had worked for. So that was really lovely to see. Another one in my monthly sampler series. So this is July. I'm still working on January, but I'm gradually buying the charts for the full year. So this is from Waxing Moon Designs. on chance actually. This one, oh, this was pretty. I sort of modelled this one on Instagram. So it doesn't look all that special, I don't think, on the front of this chart. But the stitched model was absolutely gorgeous. So this one was from Owl Forest Embroidery. Again, I bought the PDF and downloaded it, printed it off. It was just so pretty, and I thought how lovely with all the swallows for summer. So here in the UK, we only get swallows in the summer. They migrate here, they spend the summer with us, and then they migrate, I think, to Africa, where they spend the winter. So you kind of know that it's summer in the UK once you start seeing the swallows. I haven't seen any yet this year, a little bit early yet, but within the next few weeks we should have the swallows join us. So swallows are definitely a summer bird for us here in the UK, and they are so lovely to watch them in flight. Really, really, they're amazing acrobats. And this was the final one that I bought. And I don't know, there was just something about this one that I really, really loved. For my personal taste, I don't like the fabric that it's stitched on, and I'm intending to probably stitch it on a grey or a blue, which I think will probably make it look a little bit more modern than it does on this fabric. But I just really love this sampler. It really isn't the kind of thing I normally stitch at all, but it's by Needlework Press and it's called A Summer Garden Sampler. So yeah, I love that one. So we've got a few little bits of summer in my haul today. So that's everything I've got to show you. Anyway, how have you been? It's been a challenging few weeks, if I'm being honest. Things are feeling a little bit overwhelming right now. I'm really, really looking forward to my holiday. I actually ended up having to leave the Mirabilia retreat a bit earlier than planned because I had a phone call from one of my mum's neighbours that they'd gone to pick her up for church and she hadn't been there and they'd not been able to get an answer from her. And the long and the short of it was that we ended up having to call the police and get the police to break in because I was 4 hours away. So I pretty much put everything in the car and drove straight back. And the police had managed to break in and they'd got mum and they called an ambulance, and basically she'd had a fall up again. So there's been a lot of activity kind of surrounding actually getting her back home, dealing with things that had happened while she'd been on the floor, and just making sure that she's safe going forward. So I've had to do an awful lot of things, and I'm contending with her being really stubborn actually. She won't let me get carers in. I would like to get carers in to check on her once a day, because she lives about 45 minutes away from me. So it's not, and you know, I work half an hour in the other direction. So if I'm at work, you know, I can't just pop back. I can't, you know, pop in like on my way home or on my way back from work, or you know, I can't just pop in and see how she's doing. So I wanted to get carers in, and she's adamant that she doesn't want that. So we have got a personal alarm for her now, and you know, we've made arrangements just to try and make sure that she's safe and that we don't have a situation where she's on the floor again for a long time like she was. But it's just, there's a lot to think about, and trying to kind of navigate all of that stuff. And I've started my course now, so my first assignment is due in about 3 weeks' time. So I'm trying to find some time to work on my assignment. Work has just got really, really busy, so things are feeling a little bit overwhelming right now, if I'm honest. And you know, it's just trying to keep my head above water, make sure that my family is okay, like my children and my husband, make sure that they're okay, that they've got what they need, preparing for going on holiday, which we all need the holiday so desperately, but it's just, there's a lot going on right now. So last time I shared with you one of these cards, Press Pause, that my friend had given me, and I wanted to share another one with you today, and this one is particularly, I kind of think, relevant for me right now. I think it may be relevant for some of you as well. I hope that you find it helpful. So it says, you need to look after you too. If you need to rest, rest. If you need time alone, retreat. I don't need to add anything to that. But look after you. Anyway, it has been so lovely to spend some time with you all again today. You have no idea how much it means to me when I read your lovely comments and when I see your photographs of your stitching on Instagram, and just to be part of this community. It really just means a lot to me, so thank you for your kindness and your friendship, and for just being the wonderful people that you are. And in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Bye.